I think you could kind of go into your background, and maybe that'll be helpful to understand, why did you build 100x engineers? What is your background, and kind of what is the credibility, or how did you learn those skills that allowed you to launch this new company?
Sure, sure. So I started my journey in startups like 5 years back. The first company I was basically a founding engineer there, and this was a freelance marketplace for India where we built this entire platform where freelancers can get the gigs. Mostly like overseas clients basically use India for outsourcing the talent because you can get talent here for a cheaper rate as compared to US and the UK. So that was the initial idea. We built the marketplace, ran that company for 3.5 years, uh, got it acquired by Unacademy, which is an education giant in India. So that is around $13 million acquisition. After that, I started working for the company who acquired us and built a couple of products for them, and then ended up leaving the company. So, joined a new venture with my ex co-founder called Varun Maya. So he was a business influencer, also running an education business in India. So we were experimenting to build a voice-based community app. This time, Clubhouse was booming in US. So this was the same time where in India also we saw a lot of boom for the voice communities, and we thought let's do this as an experiment. And the experiment turned out quite well for us as we got more than 100,000 downloads within the launch of the product within the first month, and that helped us to get the business going, and we raised our pre-series A round. So we basically officially started the company, and yeah, that was a VC-backed startup. We ran that business for 2.5 years. Last year, it got acquired by an academy, which is the same company to I sold the last business. So this was my second acquisition with them. Yeah, so we had the acquisition. Now, while the acquisition was happening, I was also involved. So we were building this B2B community app. So where we were helping a lot of other businesses to run their online communities. It's similar to what Sam Owens is doing right now. School. I'm not sure if you know about that. So
Hmm.
yeah, that's basically something similar. We started doing this like I think a few years back in India. So we are helping a lot of businesses, even creators, to manage their online communities. And when generative AI came into the picture, we started like running some experiments internally in the team. One of our experiment got good traction. This was initial idea of how you can make GPT, like large language model, more accessible to a regular audience, specifically Asian audience, where like WhatsApp is a predominant app in the consumer category, and people still don't use web apps. Or, for example, we saw a huge uptick in the image generation right after the Midjourney got launched. So Midjourney is basically an image generation tool. If you guys uh, need a explanation, I think you can check out that. But yeah, so what people were doing back then is like they were using bunch of interfaces which were completely new to like people, especially from India, and so we wanted to like have all these technologies right into the app which everybody uses. That was WhatsApp. So we connected. This was basically a wrapper around WhatsApp and LLM APIs, diffusion APIs. We built that. That got huge traction because suddenly now everybody can access these large language models, OpenAI, GPTs, Midjourney, DALI, all sort of things, without even installing or going through any other platform. It went viral in South America, also Brazil. We had like a larger base in the last 6 months from Brazil, Spain, those countries. So, yeah, that basically got us good distribution for like getting our hands dirty in the space, and then we started exploring more into generative AI space. And we, one of my co-founder, he does like a media company in India, and he also owns a YouTube channel. So he wanted to solve his problem of automating thumbnails, which is very, you can say, important part of any YouTube, right? Thumbnail. The better the thumbnail is, the more click-through rate you will get, and the more people will click on the video. He wanted to basically automate this process. What he wanted to basically build is an engine which can learn what works on YouTube based on looking at your thumbnails in the past and see what thumbnail has performed better as compared to other videos. So we basically built this entire content library because we've been like posting. We had an ecosystem where a lot of influencers uh, keep posting a lot of stuff through our channel. So we basically use that as a content library for us, and we use all the high performing, the best performing thumbnails from our YouTube list, and then we use this to train a large language model. Actually, the diffusion model, not the language model. This diffusion model understands how a particular thumbnail works on a YouTube based on the title. So the engine is something like, you give it a title, you give it a description, short description, what is the video going to be about, and then it can generate the thumbnail based on that. And if you want to put your image into a thumbnail, you can pass it or upload your image as well. So that is sort of the initial idea where we stuck into, and we ended up building this product, which got launched and got great traction in India, specifically like in Southeast Asia as well. A lot of theaters, clients reached out to us saying like, if you can do the same thing with your YouTube thumbnails, can you do this for our marketing campaigns? Because they also measure the same click-through rate. And we started taking more deals, more enterprise deals, and that was the, you can say, start of our Gen AI consultancy.